Hello, welcome back to episode 18 of our Geneforge 2 Infestation playthrough. Seems like the loaded save started with a immediate interaction, but I'd like to start off this episode by giving a shout out to Jonathan Weber in the comments for letting me know that you can control click items from the ground directly into the junk bag, which saves a few clicking steps, and I appreciate the tip. Anyway, let's get started with this episode. As you explore Medab, Servile walks up to you. His robes are cleaner than expected and have a nice little bit of fur trim. An official of some sort? He bows deeply. Welcome to Medab, free city and home of the awakened. I'm Cassia, assistant to Learned Penner. We learned Penner from Geneforge 1. When you are ready, I would like to speak with you. Please come to our town hall. Points northwest. It is in the corner of town. I am returning to it now, if you would care to follow. What are the awakened? I am humble. I would not dare to explain to you our ways. When Learned Penner could do such a better job. Please follow. I will take you to her. Who is Learned Penner? She is the leader here. I can take you to her now. Prefer to explore on my own. Your choice, of course. When you are ready, our leader awaits you in the northwest hall. Bows again and walks out. Alright. So we've got right here a barrel with just some trash bones. Let's test out our thing. So if we control click the bones, there's the dingo here. We ended up with it in our inventory. So thank you again. Oh, but you can't control click it back out onto the ground. Interesting. Wonder if there's a good way to take it back out of the junk bag. That would be the real trick right there. Oh, some javelins sitting here on the ground that I didn't see visually, but see, where does this? Alright, so this goes to the West Bridge, the Fort Patrolled Path. Alright, we'll stay here in Medab for now till we fully explore the town. Here we got a guard. Guard watches carefully as you approach. Shapers have a reputation. He knows you can lash out with fiery vengeance at any moment. He is relieved when you only want to chat with him. However, he is quiet and guarded. You don't learn anything. The guard is guarded. We'll leave the door alone for now. We're not going to pick the lock right in front of the guard. Oh, there's a lot of turrets. Alright, you enter the town of Medab, a settlement that is not supposed to exist. The walls and buildings are made of sturdy timbers. Though this town is only a few years old, it was built to last. Though there are a few humans here, Medab is mainly populated by Serviles. Serviles on their own, ruling themselves, without the control or influence of the Shapers. Once you wouldn't have thought Serviles could rule themselves, yet here they are, acting as independent creatures with homes, shops, and families. If the Shaper Council knew of this place, they would destroy it immediately. That explains why, as you enter, all Serviles watch you closely. After years of peace, their home has been discovered. They wait, alert and afraid, to see what's going to happen. You also need to remember that uncomprehending stare. Open the door. Oh. Well, hopefully it doesn't get out. Wait, what's there? Oh, he does get out. I wonder if there's going to be any consequences to that. That's hilarious. What if he let you in here? Some more buckets. Okay. So it must be like, someone let out my pig. Oh. A guard Viora. Oops. What happens if I come out here and... Yeah, we made a mistake. You're actually gonna daze him. Alright. Run you away. I want you to close the door. Ah, we can't close it. He's too close by. That's unfortunate. Oh, we might have to reload this. Try the sword on him. Oh, we probably should have used. Oh, probably should have used the guarded lunge. We're gonna have to heal ourselves. Ouch. Something more powerful, maybe? Missed. Oh. We're in a bit of trouble fighting one of their guards. Why do they even have a guard? I love that the Orc is getting a turn. Alright, let's see if we can... Hey, whoa. Okay. Buckets, shackles. We weren't really trying to get into a little fight here. That was completely accidental, but we know now not to open the other guard door. Mistakes have been made. Hopefully nobody gets angry at us. Alright. Living tool. Some gardening tools back here. Nothing on the ground there. Medab is closer to a real town than you thought. Since there is trade, there are travelers. Since there are travelers, an inn is required. And it's here complete with tables, drinks, and sort of clean beds for weary visitors. The inn is mostly empty, but it's decently sized. It had decent business up until recently. Alright. There's a common woman sitting at the table. She's exhausted and slumped over, mechanically eating soup and drinking ale. When she sees you approach, she listlessly waves for you to sit. Hello, Shaper. I hope life is treating you better than it treats me. On the flutter side, you see a large pack full of goods. She must be a merchant. What problems have you had? The rogues, the fighting, trade used to be good in these mountains. I took supplies from settlement to settlement, made a good number of coin, but now travel is dangerous, and I'm stuck here with all these serviles. You make money? They have money up here? Sure, barter with Shaper currency, plus silver and gold crystals. Silver and gold and crystals. It's odd, they hate the Shaper so much, but they still use their money. Suppose it's convenient. Right. Are these towns even allowed under Shaper law? She raised an eyebrow. Of course they are. Why would Shaper Zachary allow them if they weren't legal? A lot of common humans are in for an ugly surprise when the Shaper Council shows up. What makes things dangerous? Rogues, of course, but also servile politics. All the serviles are angry at each other, and I don't know why. I don't get involved, and since I'm human, they don't want me involved. Right, what sort of supplies? I used to carry food, pots, and pans, and so on, but I realized that what they really need was lab equipment, Shaper equipment. For serviles, go figure. By the way, if you have any Shaper equipment you don't need, I'll pay you for it. I pay well. I'll need it for when the roads are clear again. Alright, where might I find it? Aren't you a Shaper? You should know better than me. You'll probably have to find it the same way we do. We dig it out of your ruins. Your kind left so much mess behind. What we do with the equipment? Sell it to the other awakened. This answer leads you to ask more questions, none of which get good answers. Alright, another question. Can I trade with you? What do you got? Exorbitant prices. That's what you have. Ooh, you can buy saltweed here. We'll buy a bandage. Interesting. Buy living tools. Okay. To sell something. We need to move the Shaper equipment to our pack. I don't need anything. So if we go here, right, good, pick up the cauldron and the javelins, but if we move the shaper equipment up here, it doesn't read that equipment in our pack for missions and whatnot. Alright. So anything else we need to get out of here before we sell our junk? I don't think so. Alright. I have some shaper equipment. Nice. Goes at 30 coins for every item. Oh, wow, okay. Sell something, we'll sell our junk. That was a lot of junk. They have, like, no money left. Anyway, we're rich again. Are we gonna... Oh, right, we don't have the high enough melee training for that. That's why we haven't sold it. Okay. Don't need anything. Nice. Just talk to the innkeeper. This Servile is a merchant. This is still disorienting. Back home, if you want something a Servile has, you ask for it, and he gives it to you. Here you have to trade for it. Strange. In your approach, he carefully acts as if this is just a normal bit of business. Greetings, honored shaper. Can I interest you in some of my wares? By principles of fair exchange, of course. I'd like to do some shopping. What have you got? Boras, bread, meat, fruit, wine, ale. Okay. Yeah, don't need anything. Let's go pilfer through your rooms. It's a potted plant, alright. And you get a nice barrel with some trash. We pick the lock, okay. Get a venom baton. You could probably sell that. Ooh, some gold disc. A letter to Rising. Servile political intrigue. Okay, I'm not trying to equip it, but that's interesting. So someone who was staying at the inn had a letter. You know what? Before we go walking into all those turrets, let's do a quick save in case. Alright. Guard Servile. Let's carefully pick up things we can sell. We're gonna have to put the meat probably away. It's not particularly useful, and we can only use it like once per area. Leave it alone. Why would we go through this door when you can obviously... Yeah, alright, we're not really leaving. Alright, Eastern Medab. Alright, we're not going to travel just yet, but we are finding more areas of the map that we can expand. Alright, so just... Why is this door here unlocked other than to maybe make you waste... Oh yeah, I need to remember control click. Control click, so I'm not... chainmail vest, baton, but... Alright, so we could close this door and steal their stuff. Alright, box contains a hopeless, grimy tangle of Servile clothes. Some are clean, most are dirty. Even when they're intelligent, these creatures are not very clean. They can also be careless. Under the clothes, you find a key. You take it. Oh ho ho. No, so we can, since nobody can see us, we can take this, this stuff, and nobody will get upset because they didn't see us commit a crime, which is an underrated ability in games. The Servile is very solidly built, definitely a variant made for heavy work, hauling, and so on. He is in charge of distributing supplies and building materials. He is also sick. He is trembling gently, and the skin on his face is so dry that it's coming off in small patches. It looks painful. Despite his weakness, he stands as tall as he can. He stares resolutely into your chest and says, "Hello, I am Pra. I'd like to know more about your town. We all know you came here. We've all known for weeks. We knew you would have questions. I'm not a talker, I'm a worker. We have a talker for you to talk. Who do I talk to? Learn Pinner, yeah. Alright, another question. What's your job here? This town is still being built. It needs more walls, it needs repairs. I keep the supplies, hand them out for the work. And if we're short of wood or rock or food, I grab Serviles. We go out and get it ourselves. We pause for a few seconds to cough. There's rogues, makes it difficult still. When they bother us, that's what hatchets are for. Only makes it worse when we lose things. You fight the rogues? When I have to. I am not fond of shapers. You should know that. I am grateful that when you made me strong. Lord Penner teaches us to be thankful. We will be free, but we thank you for life. What have you lost? Orcs. Carnelian worked hard for us. Made better orcs. Custom designed for these mountains. Big and fat and meaty. We took them out to graze. Clawbugs attacked. There were 6. 3 died. 3 ran off into the woods. I've offered some of the town's supplies. It goes to anyone who could bring them back. Nobody bothered. They're probably dead anyway. Carnelian worked hard for us. I'm pretty sure that's a new name. I don't recall it from any of the previous episodes. Alright, maybe it's someone else in the town. They had a custom design. Yes, one problem with it. They get violent around rogues. Probably attacked. The first clawbugs they met got killed. Stupid creatures. How will I know them when I find them? Each has an X tattooed on their rear. Okay, so this is Brandon. While he talks to you, Pro moves around his warehouse. He counts and examines the supplies. Though he is ill, he is still very, very strong. You know that no Serviles are at work right now. Maybe they're ill as well. We did meet that courier bringing the medicine to the town. Should you be doing that in your condition? What else should I do, Shaper? I am sick, not dead. There's work to do. It hurts, but so does sitting down around doing nothing. Okay, so we don't have an opportunity to try and help him get better at the moment. Stone blocks, chisels, hatchets. Yeah, things that aren't ours. Alright, guard patrolling through here. What's this? Oh, here's Carnelian. Alright, you meet another fellow shaper in this remote and strange land for some reason. She's about 10 years older than you. She has a small shaping hall here where she works to aid the rogues and rebels of Medab. She is very uncomfortable when you enter, and well, she should be. It has probably been a while since she came face to face with one of her own kind. She adopts an obviously fake, casual attitude. Hello, fellow shaper. I am Carnelian. I hope you are well. Comes out as like, hello, fellow kids. How did you come to be here? How these settlements came to exist is a long story. Learned Pinner can tell it better than I. All I can say is that I am an assistant to Shaper Zachary. Once we went to a place called Sucia Island. Oh, okay. There we discovered many powerful Shaper secrets. Secrets that we thought we could use to make the world better. We came here and in secret created these settlements. I'm looking for an agent named Shanti. She gives it some thought, then she shakes her head. I've heard nothing about her. Of course, if she is an agent, she could easily pass through without us detecting her. Okay, but yeah, this big fight right out down the road. Alright, anyway, tell me about Sucia Island. You should ask Learn Pinner. She was born and raised there. After all, she knows much about it as any alive. Did you help with the shaping up here? I am proud to say I did. Shapers tried for 2 centuries to shape plants and animals which had helped these peaks flourish. Nothing but failure and disaster. But Zachary and Barzal, with their new techniques, they brought lush life to these peaks. So it's not a failed colony. It's a successful colony with a front of failure. Why are you living with the Serviles? Because in my time on Sucia Island, I got to see what Serviles were like when I left to live on their own, or when left to live on their own. I learned that they have their own intelligence and philosophy. I learned to respect them. That is why I joined Shaper Zachary and hid in these peaks. The Shapers have great power, but they do not have great wisdom to go with it. We'll say I'm starting to believe that you are right. I'm glad to hear it. We had hoped that when you saw what we had built here, you would see justice in our cause. I have another question. We need some training. Can you help me? I'm glad to help you, but there's a little I can teach you. You should go northeast. Medab has built a complex for the study of magic. Leave Medab to the east and follow the road. So that's northeast. Okay. What can you teach me? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're, learn life drain. Ooh. Yes. That's okay. Speed. We need this one. Dominate. This one could also be very powerful. And we're gonna have to earn some more coins. Okay. Was there more? Totally take your Shaper equipment over to make some more money. Alright, do we have any? Oh, I found a book I would like to translate. Is there a library around here? There aren't many books in these mountains. I do know there's a small library in the complex to the northeast. This is where the Serviles of Medab practice and learn magic. Okay. So the book is you know, go ahead and pick this lock. Ooh. There's a canister here. We're not going to use it. We're just so tempted to use it, but we are going to steal the Shaper equipment and the healing stuff while nobody can see us. Okay, so we're not trying to use that just yet, but we'll think about it. We'll consider it. We will consider using it. Actual major healing pod and a spray crystal. Alright. We're gonna have to move the meat down here. Splitting thorns. We've gotta start moving some of our stuff and selling it. Armor pod. Oh, because you regenerate for 5 turns. Interesting. Okay. So we took some Shaper equipment. We're gonna come back down here to the inn. Ooh. And sell that to our traveling friend here. I have some Shaper equipment. Alright. Don't need anything. So we have enough to come back and learn some basic stuff, probably. Alright. Kind of sure this Servile is very old. It's hard to gauge the age of these creatures. You never encountered old ones outside the Dry Peak Mountains. She must be at least 60 years old. She's an alchemist surrounded by gourds and vials which will be stuffed with powerful spores. She has been making pods for a long time, and she seems to have lost 2 of her fingers along the way. When you enter, she gives you a nod. Welcome to my shop, Shaper, she says. I am Zion, and I have spent my life learning your crafts. What are you here for? How'd you learn to make pods? I learned it from my mother on Sucia Island, long before we came here. We needed everything we could possibly make to stay alive. Sucia, it's where we all came from. It's where the Shapers abandoned us. was where we learned to fend for ourselves, where we were awakened. It was a hard place, but it was ours. The Shapers returned and took it from us. You were awakened? Yes, Elra was alive then, bless his spirit, and he taught us to stand up and be free, to demand fair exchange for our work, even if it meant death. We owe him so much for his wisdom. Right. Tell me more about Sucia. I wish I could, but memories fade. More every year. Learn Pinner is our tale teller. Another question. Wait to see what you want. You know that she is trembling slightly, especially her hands. Maybe the shakes are caused by age, though this can also be caused by breathing essence-infused spores for many years. Alright, where do you get your pot ingredients? When we filled these upper valleys with life, we found all sorts of resources. Pools of essence, plants whose pods contain the base spores, books with alchemical instructions. Not everything grows everywhere, of course, but practically everything is somewhere. The settlements traded with each other once. Then the fighting started, and I am low on supplies now, because an important package was lost. Do the Shapers allow what you do? I do not follow Shaper law, but I do not break it either. Even commons are allowed to gather the spores and make the pods. The Shapers created the art, and all can practice it. Outside our mountains, however, common humans need Shaper permission. You lost a package. A package of sporelings was being brought from Zos Us. The caravan carrying it was ambushed not long after they came through the pass into our woods. The merchant lived and fled, thank goodness. The goods were lost. It is unfortunate. I might have used those sporelings to cure 6 serviles. Sporelings. I apologize for being unclear. Sporeling is a young plant that can grow and make new spores. These are the spores I infuse with essence and put in the pods. Follow the standard ancient and artisanal Shaper techniques. What do you think happened to the package? Likely stolen by the bandits. They have been preying the roads to the west. If it still exists and hasn't been eaten, it may be in some brigand's hoard. If I find your package, it was probably torn apart and eaten by some beast. If not, it would be addressed to Medab in my name. I would pay for its return. Alright, another question. Let's sell something. Yep, I'm gonna sell the junk. Do we sell any of this stuff? I don't think so yet. Let's see. Cost of all the pots and spores. I think we have enough for now. We're barely merchants. Just some. Do some shopping. That's all you got? Alright. Exorbitant prices. Don't need anything. Get anything on the ground for me? A teapot. Alright, we're going to control click that into our junk bag. Oh, Leets. The Servile is very young, probably around 12 years old. Old enough to be put to work by the Shapers, but Medab has not given her useful labor yet. She is very scared of you. When you ask who she is, she only says in a soft voice, Leets. Where are you from, Leets? Sucia Island. Oh, okay. How'd you get here? Shapers came to our island, bad things happened, Pinner took me away, made me safe. What did the Shapers do? One was good, one was kind to me, but the rest, they didn't like us Serviles. Most of us are gone now. Pinner took me away. How old were you when that happened? Little, very little. She starts to tremble. We let her go before she panics. Okay, so she was like a little kid when some bad stuff happened. Alright, selling. Alright. Meet one of the few humans in Medab. He's walking around town carrying several scrolls and a pen. He looks at everything carefully, guards, walls, buildings. He constantly takes notes about what he sees. When you get close, he turns and looks at you. For once, you see his eyes, the fear and respect due a Shaper. It says, welcome to you, many welcomes. I am Selly, welcome to Medab. He gives a little bow. You're a human? Why are you living among Serviles? I came here with Shaper Zachary and Barzal. Shaper Zachary gave me orders. He placed me here and told me to assist Pinner and keep her safe. And that's what I've done since then. Shaper's brought you to these mountains. Yes, quite a few years ago, Shipper Zachary told me that you needed help from humans to build a major colony. It was such an honor to be asked to help by a Shaper. I came, of course. Since then, I saw many things that were odd. I didn't object, though. I am a common, and I don't question Shapers. Right? I need to speak with Shaper Barzal. Where is he? Sadly, he is our enemy now. Also, I am told an enemy of the Shapers. If you must speak with him, he is in the city of Rising, far to the southwest. Alright, but the Serviles here are independent. Didn't you realize that everything here was forbidden by the Shapers? He looks very nervous. No doubt a similar thought has occurred to him many times. I am a humble man. I do not question Shaper business. A Shaper commanded, and I acted. I mean, that defense will only get you so far. Sully waits nervously to see what you have to say. Shovels a scroll in his hand. Smoothing, he's been doing a lot of writing. Like, what do you do here? I help learn Penner. I look around and take care of much of the day-to-day running of the town, and I have things repaired, send out supplies, and so on. Serviles here are hard workers, but their organizational skills aren't the best. My orders were to help, so I help. It is hard, though, because there have been so many threats lately. Right now, our main problem is the South Road. We've been able to keep it clear so far, but the number of rogues in the area has been increasing. We are offering a bounty to anyone who can figure out where the rogues along the road to the south are coming from and eliminate the source. Alright, we already did that, I think. Volition clawbugs mainly too dangerous for us to ignore. Oddly, they're all very fresh, as if they were just shaped. Who's shaping them? There's a mystery. There are very few shapers in these mountains. I doubt any of them would bother to lurk in the bushes to bother us. That is why I want to learn. I want some to investigate. Both might learn something that interests us. Alright, what are those papers? Notes. I keep track of many things that need to be done. Serviles who need more training, wells that need repair, and so on. I'm trying to be a good example to the Serviles so that they can look after their own town when I am gone. Alright, I destroyed 2 spawners near the South Road. They were making rogues to attack you. That would explain why the road has been safer lately. Thank you, Shaper. You have helped us greatly. Sully enters the city hall for a few minutes and returns the pouch of gems. He hands it to you. This is your bounty, as always. The Shapers watch over us and keep us safe. I wanted to help keep Medab safe, sure. I am grateful. I hope to see as much value in this place as I do. Any other ways I can help protect Medab? I hesitate to suggest it because it would be a dangerous mission. However, it would be a huge help to us. There is a cluster of intelligent, dangerous rogues not far to the southwest, at the base of the mountains. They are holed up in some caves. Some of our troops are holding them in, but we are not strong enough to destroy them. What do you want from me? With your help, our warriors might be able to root out and kill the rogues. This will be good for us both. They are led by a Servile named Alvarni. Oh, there's a Servile leading the rogues. Interesting. Find him. I'm sure he would... Oh, no. Their warriors are led by a Servile named Alvarni. Okay, find him. I'm sure he would welcome your help. You're doing a lot to help Medab. Those were Shaper Zachary's orders. He said this town is a key part of his experiment, and I admit I have grown fond of the hard-working creatures here. Alright, question... Alright. Okay, so we've got a mission to try and help. Really, is this door... Oh. Another locked door leading to a, Alright, board game... Dice... Tunic and thread. Yeah, we're not gonna... We're not taking the heavy boots. Not ours. Can't tell if someone could see us or not. What's... Oh, that's gonna be like the... Steel Javelin, Healing Pod... Mirror. Yep, nothing really here for us. Hatchets, mugs, baskets... Nothing there, nothing there. Get some bag o' meal. What do we have here? Oh, so this is where Learn Penner is. Alright. We've got a little more town to explore. We're going to meet Learn Penner, but we're going to do that next time. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.